Hi, this is Tiffany, and I love A.V.A. Live Radio.
This is Brian J. Klein, and I love A.V.A. Live music.
Hi, this is Naomi Som from Blue Cinema, and I love A.V.A. Live Radio.
Hi, this is Steve Minotti, and I love A.V.A. Live Radio.
Hi, we're on Orange Avenue, and we love A.V.A. Live Radio.
Hey there, A.V.A. Live Radio fans. This is Jacqueline Jax here on Hot Topic Tuesday. I hope you had a great Labor Day weekend, and I'm glad you're here starting off the week with me and you had time to tune into this show because it's going to be a really, really great show. I'm really excited to bring it to you. If you have a question, always go to the Ask Jax link at the bottom of the page. I'm always here to help and help to guide you. Now, a question came in from one of you, and it said, do you have some real tips to share that we can use as working musicians to get by and continue the growth of our music in the business with the economic downturn of today? And it's a really good question for both music artists and for entrepreneurs looking to expand their brand and, you know, make some sales in today's market. Great, great question, but it's loaded as usual, and there's kind of a lot to it. But I kind of broke it down today in a topic for you, so that you could learn from five easy points once again, and hopefully my examples and things that I have to introduce to you will be pretty easy for you to follow. I don't want to lose you with technical terms or things that, you know, really won't help you. I want to try and make everything as applicable as possible. So let's give it a try, shall we? You know, with so many musicians and business owners marketing their products today in the World Wide Web, the question you need to be asking yourself is, how do you set yourself apart from the rest? That's the most important question in answering the one that came in. Well, I'm really glad that you joined me, because here on Hot Topic Tuesday, that's what we do. We try and find ways to help you set yourself apart from the rest, and in that, brand your personal image, because that's really how you're going to make sales in the end, you know, as an end result. So what is branding, you ask? Well, if you missed that last show on branding yourself, then let me just encourage you, for one, to go listen to it after we're done here. And also, I want you to just think in terms of what branding means. Let's start there. So the definition of branding is, a brand is the idea or an image of a specific product, service, or a person that consumers can connect with by identifying the name, the logo, the slogan, and the design of the company who owns the idea or the image. So branding is when that idea or image is marketed in a way that is recognizable by people and identified with certain services or products above any other. Okay, so we get that, right? Brand is the image or the product or the person, and branding is when we associate and recognize that image as an identifiable marker to that person. So we think of Oprah Winfrey, and we know exactly who she is and what she stands for. We think of Lady Gaga, and we know exactly who she is and what she stands for. So if you can think in terms of what you know about the people that are leading the industries, then it will help you in trying to discover what it is that you want to stand for and what it is that you want people to remember about you when they see your image or say your name. Now, I've said this before, that people don't buy products from businesses, they buy products from people. So if you want to make sales, you have to earn your buyer's trust, and we're going to give you some tips on how to do that today. One very effective way of building a trusted relationship with a possible client, buyer, or an investor is to first establish your personal brand by making your name, your image, and your uniqueness one entity. Okay, so that's one entity, not just separate things, but one unique brand. You need to discover what makes you unique and support that with your image. Then that associates that with your name. Now that you have your name and your image and what makes you special or unique mapped out and right in front of you, well, it's time to start making your personal brand more effective in the media. And how do we do that? The best way to do it is through social media. So people usually start in social media marketing in one of two ways. They have a product already, but no social media skills to understand how to market it using the tools that are available to them. Or they start a personal blog and just start marketing themselves as a source, hoping to one day actually have a product to sell. Well, whichever category you may fall into, you'll need to distinguish yourself and what you stand for before you'll see success in social media marketing. With this in mind, always remember that one basic rule of truth. If I don't like you, I'm not only not going to buy from you, but I'm also going to block all of my friends from buying from you as well. So that power of social networking is something that you really need to consider. We all talk, and word of mouth can be your best friend or your worst enemy. So before you make any mistakes, please remember to always put your best foot forward and treat every person you're connecting with respect. Remember the theory, treat people as you would like to be treated, and every good thing will come to you. You'll make great, solid relationships with people, and you'll be a happy camper just like everyone else in your world. Now, to market your personal brand effectively, here's where we should start. First, create your space. Buy your domain name, guys. Buy it. Don't let someone else have your domain name, and also always make sure when you're choosing a brand or a brand name that you can buy the domain name. Set up a web presence that tells people who you are and what you're all about. Make sure you use images and visual media to create interesting pages. Pages that people will want to come back and visit often. I love those hybrid websites that change daily. They feature social media feeds, video, press, news, blogs where you can catch up on the daily or bi-weekly announcements. My JacquelineJax.com page is very similar to that. It's basically built on a blog that I can update very, very easily, and people can have access to my social media pages. They can see my latest tweets. They can visit my video pages. Everything's kind of my shopping pages for jackiesboutique.com. They're all in there. And also A.V.A.LiveRadio.com is built in that similar fashion where you can hook up with artists, you can see videos. We feature a lot of new music and all kinds of things that we do every day of the week. And you can access all that through that page, and every day you go to it, it looks different. So those are very exciting pages, don't you think? So you want to kind of like build your page very similar to that and be able to press that feed through it as much as possible to encourage people to come back. You also want to set up profiles on the big three, and those big threes are Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn. Now, pick one of those three at a time and really be good at it before moving on to the next. Otherwise, you could get overwhelmed. Facebook is a great way to see the people you're connecting to and develop a more personal connection with them. Twitter is a wonderful way to connect quickly and target your relationships by doing more specific searches using topics that interest you. So I actually have a blog on AVALiveradio.com written about how to use Facebook and Twitter. And you'll want to use certain things like @ and £signs to be able to search out things, connect with people, include people in your posts so that you're not just talking to air. You always want to reach out and kind of like think about certain people. So you want to have some of those signs of some of your connectors at your call, maybe written down on a list so that you just kind of keep them in mind as you write different posts, and you can always attach them to those posts and draw attention to them. And LinkedIn is a more professional-oriented tool that you will really love, and it's really fun. It allows you to create a profile that's a little more personal to your brand and share your profile with others in your industry or industries that may offer you support, such as web designers, product designers, manufacturers, etc., those type of things. So that's a really good, those three I recommend. And if you're a musician, obviously your Reverb Nation page and things like that will be helpful to you as well. But start with those three, and we'll move on from there in other radio shows.